welcome back. At the end of the previous part, we arrived at the top of the tower when we were meant to. The fact she's still wandering around and taking pictures, it's just, I like her character. She's so fun. I think the best way of describing my feelings with this game compared to all the Cold Steel games, there's a lot more humor in it. I mean, Cold Steel 3 had its funny moments, don't get me wrong, but there's been a lot more funny moments in this already. And I like that. So anyway, how are you feeling, Joshua? I'm still a bit woozy. I'll be resting here a little longer, so why don't you keep on looking around? Okay, if you insist. Alright, so it's gonna be the same. It's fine. Oh, Estelle, this place is wonderful, isn't it? I'm even starting to wonder if the number of photo quartz is going to be enough. The scenery sure is great, like you say. By the way, what's a photo quartz? It's an ultra-thin crystal circuit fabricated from septium. It's set up so that you can take a photograph by burning it with light. It's just what I expect from a camera woman. Someone who knows the tools of the trade. That reminds me. What's the deal with Joshua? Well, he says he's getting some fresh air. A raven-haired young man standing silently in the flowing breeze. I think I could take a really good picture with that kind of setting. Think he'd let me take a snapshot of him if I asked? He doesn't seem to be a fan of that kind of stuff. I think he'd probably turn you down. Oh, what a waste. He's probably just shy, right? Yeah, just shy. Oh, I know. If Joshua doesn't want to pose for a photograph, then how about you, Estelle? Would you mind if I took your photograph? Who? Me? What do you want with a picture of me? Well, you're cute, and I can feel this strong aura emanating from you. You might even be able to grace the cover of a magazine. Pass. No matter which way I think about it, that's just not my style. I feel like I just got dumped. Aw. Oh well, what I should take a photograph of next. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Like, as I was mentioning, get out of the way. I'm stuck. I couldn't move. These bits here is what I was talking about in the previous part, where it reminds me of a certain door from Cold Steel 3. Oh, hi there, Estelle, was it? Is your partner feeling alright? Yeah, he said he just wants to get a bit of fresh air. I see. There's certainly a nice breeze up here, isn't there? I wanted to say, however, that I'm impressed that both of you are bracers at such a young age. If I remember correctly, one must be at least 16 years of age to qualify to become a bracer, right? You sure know your stuff. And that's right, I'm exactly 16 myself. How nice it is to be young. There are limitless possibilities at that age. If I were about 10 years younger, I'd solve the mysteries of all these ancient ruins across the entire continent with these very hands. Uh-huh. The entire continent, huh? Yeah, maybe you want to go to a certain old schoolhouse. In Trista. That's a pretty tall order. Which means that you're not from the Burl, right? No, I was born in the north. Just for the record, I'm not from Erebonia. You don't have to worry about that. Though I hate war with a passion. My hatred isn't directed at the people of the Empire. You lost someone dear to you? Yeah, my mother. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories. It's okay, it happened more than 10 years ago. And since then, there's been a new addition to the family. Oh, so you mean that boy over there? I'm looking at him here. It's like he doesn't seem to be from Nord, so I'm assuming Northumbria? Yeah, he's like a little brother. Though he's probably trying to act more like an older brother. Wonder why I'm telling you all of this. Usually that isn't the kind of thing a person tells of us. It's perfectly fine. Aren't good relations such a wonderful thing? Come back here. Talk to you. By the way, Professor, did you learn anything new about the tower? No, unfortunately, I'm still a bit puzzled, as I was before I came up here. It seems like I'll need to do a comparative investigation of the other towers, so we're going to be bumping into you a lot, or you're coming with us. By other towers, you mean the 3 towers outside of Roland region, right? Yes, that's right. The Ambrul Tower in the Bose region, the Saphirol Tower in the Rouen region, the Carnelia Tower in the Zeiss region. Seems as though all these towers were built at around the same time as the Esmelas Tower. You're definitely knowledgeable on the subject, that's for sure. Investigating is fine and all, but do try and avoid the dangerous bits. And I know it'll cost you a little, but you might want to consider hiring a bracer as an escort next time. Unfortunately, being a poor scholar doesn't always leave me with the necessary funds. Come back. It appears that this device functions have completely stopped. Under the right circumstances, however, it may be possible to activate anew. It seems to me, I'm not talking to you, I'm just looking at it. It seems to me like it's something that can move. It seems to have a different sort of texture to it compared to everything else. So I'm imagining it's actually some kind of elevator. So when the thing in the sky appears, it'll probably move. Probably. That's all I've got so far on that. Oh man, the taste of a cigarette is wonderful. First, I wasn't in the mood to come to a story in a rural place like Roland, but sometimes these types of places aren't so bad. If you want to be rude like that, then maybe you shouldn't have come at all. No can do. This was a direct order from the editor-in-chief to teach that blockhead girl a thing or two. Otherwise, I'd be all over the kingdom searching for the latest scoop right now. When you say scoop, don't you just mean gossip for your next article? Not that I have anything against gossip, but reportage is predominantly greater. And in that sense, the place that has my interest piqued is Bose. The Bose region? Did something happen there? A number of large burglaries have taken place, one after another. The identity of the criminals is unknown, but it seems as though that group has got a pair of wings. Wings? Oh, I see you mean an airship, right? What are they, sky bandits or something? That would actually make sense with this game. It seems to me the most logical conclusion. There's also the possibility this could be an imitative deception by the Erebonian Empire. Like they would do anything like that. Just, you can't see my side eye when I said that. What? That's impossible. Yeah, definitely. They wouldn't use underhanded tactics and be plotting things. No. They're supposed to have a peace treaty with them. Sure, but the Empire incurred some heavy losses during the war 10 years ago. They can't do much now that every other nation on the continent has their eye on them. But it could be a way to get back at us. That said, nobody really knows for sure. Which is why our job as reporters is to bring these things to light. It's just crazy to think it's 2 years from now are the events of Cold Steel. It's ooh, a lot happens. The Royal Army has also been reported to be making a number of new pushes as well. Tell you what, one of me is not enough to cover all the news. You want to go speak to Joshua? He can clone himself. What do you mean by new pushes? You see, there was a young, smart Applin in the War College, and it seems that he breathed a bit of new life into the understaffed and outdated Royal Army. I'd really like to figure out a way to get an appointment with the guy. But anyway, cigarettes are the way to go at a time like this. The non-smoking boom in the royal city has really started to feel oppressive. But the more I think about it, this is the one thing I can't quit. Fair enough then. Are you still feeling sick, Joshua? Nah, much better. I should be good to head back whenever everybody's ready. I'm relieved to hear that. What brought this all on anyway? Doubt it was the lack of oxygen in the tower because the rest of us are alright. Maybe it was a sudden fear of heights. I don't think so. Still, Joshua. Photo time. Are you finished taking pictures? You bet I am, and I got a lot of good ones too. Then it looks like we're done here. But we head back to town. Alright, greenhorns, lead the way. I'm counting on you, children. Thank you so much for escorting me back here. Thank you so much for teleporting me back here. I combined 3 of those words. All 3. Jeez. That's 4 words. But anyway, this is the first time I've ever been able to make it back from some ruins without being chased or bitten or... I don't know how to begin to express my appreciation. You don't need to thank us. It's our duty as bracers. I think you'd be better off hiring some bracers to begin with next time you go off and investigate some ruins. My head says yes, but my wallet says no. I'll try and save up a bit, though. Well, have a wonderful day, and I hope we can meet again. I think it's about time we said goodbye as well. I was a bit nervous at first, but you kids did a fine job. We just say thank you to the both of you. That's what I like to call raw skill. Now don't get all cocky on me. The braces I know would make you two look like little fledglings not ready to leave the nest. You're going to need to work harder. I'll try to remember that. So you two headed to, back to the company soon? Nah, we're going to spend a day or so relaxing here in Roland. Need to write up a rough draft for some articles and such. I'll head over to the Orbital factory and get those photographs developed. Take it easy, you two. I guess this is the last of the jobs we got from Dad. They were much tougher than I thought they'd be. I agree with you there. I feel like I have a greater awareness now about what it means to be a bracer. It's not just about fighting for justice. There you go again, saying all the right things. But yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from. Yeah, it seems like we've got a long road ahead of us if we want to succeed in this profession. For the time being, why don't we report to the guild? That sounds like a good idea. Oh, but before we go, how are you doing? Still not feeling well? Thanks for asking. But I'm feeling a lot better. No comment beyond that. How strange. Where did he say he was going? To the bar? Where he said he was going. I remember she was heading off to the thingy. Wait, I missed you completely. Oh, the Labelle News, huh? It's the magazine my dad always reads. It always has somebody really famous or popular. I think maybe people have moved then. So dialogue is probably updated significantly. Yeah, if they're not here, then yep. And he's not there either. Dialogue has significantly updated. But should I risk? Well, she's not here yet. I'm gonna risk. Maybe foolish of me, but I'm gonna risk handing this in. Oh, hello. Maybe not, Ben. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Let's go around and speak to people. It's like, if that's the case where she's there, we should go do dialogue. Hey there. I've been hearing great things about you kids. I heard that you've been knocking out jobs one after another. You made some successful strides from your part-time job working here for me. Cassius, Shadowzard, and now the two of you. Rodent braces are the best, hands down. Do you have any better items to buy? No. That's worth a look. Well, how are you, Estelle and Joshua? The two of you really have grown up, haven't you? Although, I'd like you to try and act a bit more ladylike, Estelle. I'll try to pay more attention to that. Two of you really have grown up. So no one around there, very well. Into the chapel. Well there, it appears to me that your faces seem a bit older and wiser. I'm glad to see that you have matured in body and mind. They're not saying much though. Recently, some of the children have come to see me on non-Sunday school days. I'm glad I became a sister. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let's go here. Oh. The front door is locked. Well, that's intriguing, isn't it? Why is it locked? Where did they go? Are they still around? Oh, damn it. Are they still around? So I can say hello? Maybe they're at the airport. Possibly. Still, Joshua, I heard about your admirable performance at the farm and the mine. Some of the guests have been asking about you as well. Keep up the good work. Still, Joshua, I heard about you. Let's see, back here. Nope. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so that tower. Gazing out from the top here every day is quite enjoyable. The changing seasons, the lives of those people living here in town. Though they are all minor, I can see these changes with my own eyes. Recently, I've seen Mrs. Bloom out and about quite a bit. Wonder what she's up to. Okay. No one up here. At least from what I could see. Yo. Some news reporters came to do a story on your dad. I'd as a soldier in the Royal Army, but he's pretty plain and boring compared to Braces. Yeah, Braces are definitely cooler than soldiers. Oh, that's a bit harsh on you, Dad. Alright. Let's see about speaking to you. What do we have here? Handsome Bracer if I've ever seen one. About taking a nap with little old me. I'll have to take a rain check on that one. Oh dear. Can't speak to the kitty. Disappointing. Still, Joshua, I heard that you two had your fair share of accomplishments lately. Let's see, you drove the fiends away from the Purcell farm, you rescued the miners at the Malga mine, and this last time you escorted some reporters, right? Well, you certainly know a lot for your age. Yep, I sure do. I would have loved it if that was the end of it. Wish those reporters would hire me. I think I'm perfect for the job of a reporter. That's probably true. Wish those reporters would hire me. Already spoke to you, but the bills knew that's the same as before. Crunch, smack, slap. Choo choo choo. Much, much, much. Gulp. The whole monster scare has finally settled down at the mine. I could finally eat a relaxing meal. Okay. Still, listen to this. The other day, Mr. Nihon's mother dropped by and asked me to go out, asked me out of the roof. I wanted to marry her son. I haven't felt so surprised since Scheherazade fell off the table and she was dancing. What? I had to turn her down. When I'm ready, I want to be able to choose my own partner. Mr. Nihon's getting older. I'm sure that's why his mother is worried about him. Yes, indeed. Oh, hey there, Estelle and Joshua. I saw some crazy quick monsters on the Milch main road the other day. Just when I thought they were charging me, they took off running. Seriously, what were those things? This is crazy monsters on the... All the members of the Bracer Guild can hold their liquor. Scheherazade is like a booze sponge, but even Cassius can down more than a few rounds. Aina is the most surprising of them all. Heard the same thing from Shara. Aina's supposed to be pretty amazing in the liquor department. That's right, she can drink at the same pace as Scheherazade. On top of that, her face never gets red. And she acts totally normal. I think that's much better than having your ear talked off by Shara. In any case, the Bracer Guild is one to be reckoned with at the bar. Oh, except for that Ridge fellow. One drink and he's a goner. I'm just astounded that there's anyone who can drink at the same pace as Scheherazade. That's what makes Aina doubly surprising. It's time I started thinking about a new menu. I'd have all of the staff here give me their ideas for the new menu. Maybe I should ask Lisa what she thinks too. Okay, ready, well. I'm trying to move. You see me spinning on the spot. I started this restaurant before my husband and I were married. That's why we have such a special fondness for the place. Somehow I find myself deeply moved when I see our daughter, Elisa, helping around here as well. We started this restaurant before my husband and I were married. Somehow I find myself deeply moved when I see our daughter. Yes, yes, yes. Next. The Bracers who helped Pat seem to be active recently. I heard they were a pair of young Bracers, a boy and a girl. The boy is especially well spoken of by the wives' circle as being cute. Well, quite the cutie. Joshua, a hunk to all these desperate housewives? Next to a number of well-known Bracers in Roland, we can have 3 of worry. You know, LaBelle News is selling like hotcakes lately. Up until recently, it was a minor magazine circulating in and around the Royal City. Why recently? What changed? They're complete opposites. My grandson Luke appears to get along well with his neighbor Pat. I wish Luke would pick up a few good things from Pat. They're complete opposites. My grandson Luke appears to get along well with his neighbor Pat. Yeah, go down. Okay, so through the hole. Anyone around here? Doesn't seem to be, does it? Nope. My father has stopped complaining about the work my husband does. It does look like he's holding his tongue all the time. I'm sure he'd feel better if he just said what he felt. Young kids these days only tend to focus on profit as a way to gain acceptance from others. But back in my day, if we wanted to be accepted, we had to work hard. Like my daughter says, I have to watch these kids with a careful eye. Very well. I'm so excited. Listen, my daddy's coming home. I hope he'll be home soon. I want us to play together. I hope he does. It's like, it's gotta be soon, right? I received word from my husband today that he'll be finishing up his current job. I think I'd better cook something extra special. The longer we are apart, the deeper the bond grows between my husband and I. That's lovely. Let's head on down. Yes. We could go back this way, couldn't we? I've heard that orbments were based on ancient tools. It's not the people of today who are amazing, it's those people of old. Somehow it's a bit mortifying. Yeah, you gotta think everything was lost. The mayor came by to ask about some septum engraving a bit ago. Although the year's Millers hasn't arrived, I hear it's quite the magnificent crystal. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. Okay, so we've done that, so let's head in there. Recently, it seems like whenever I go out on the street, I get a lot of strange looks. It feels that my mum started up the bride hunt again. When I first heard about what was going on, I thought I was going to die of sheer embarrassment. No matter how many times I tell her to knock it off, she just keeps doing it. What am I going to do? It feels that my mum started up the bride hunt again. Poor guy. Aren't you Cassius's daughter, Estelle, was it? Yeah. You look rather healthy and seem like a cheerful young girl at that. Oh dear. So how would you feel about becoming my son's new wife? Excuse me? Me? Seems like the young girls these days don't mind marrying older men, right? Now hold on, just a dark minute. So is that a no? Admittedly, my son isn't as handsome as your boyfriend over there with the black hair. You boy, make sure to make Estelle happy. Huh? This nutjob lady is totally mistaken. We'd probably be best just to play along before this gets complicated. For all these women working nowadays, it's hard work finding a bride for my son. Oh dear. It shouldn't be your job. Shouldn't be your job. Alright, so yes, let's head up to the landing port. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. And read this. Oh. Okay. Recently, it seems like there are some sky bandits using an airship to pull off robberies in the Bose region. I'm gonna have to be more strict with passengers' checks. If a criminal managed to get on board, who knows what might happen? I'll be. Alan, you actually sounded responsible for a second. Ah, that's because I'd never forgive myself if I allowed some hotties to get in harm's way. Not to mention, it gives me a reason to check out the chicks more closely, too. That's two birds with one stone, baby. I was a fool for admiring you. These sky bandits, I'd imagine they'd be interested in a certain jewel, would they not, that was meant for the Queen? It could fetch a high price at that. Have you heard of the high-speed cruiser Australia? Something like that. That's used by the royal family? With a hull covered in elegant lines and painted a pure white, it's certainly fitting for those of royalty. In addition, it boasts the best engine that orbital technology can offer, and it's said to have the highest performance output in the world. Oh, alright, Clarkson. Just like in the world. Let's see. After the airlines were developed, a lot of people started coming to visit Roland. For that, it was mostly merchants who came to buy septium, lumber, and vegetables. I've even heard that the number of people traveling the roads on foot has decreased. Well, it would do. You don't get tired riding on an airliner. The reason being, they're fast. I even hear that the number of people traveling the roads by foot has decreased. Oh my. Okay, so I think we're essentially done here, so let's go in here now. To go around to speak to everyone that I could find, so... Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Shara? What are you doing here? This is a rare occasion. You're usually out and about. I just finished the jobs I took over for your father. and I was reporting to the guild. So you finished your load too, huh? Somehow or other, I guess. Heard from Aina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. Guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something. We're grateful too. Well, I'll get a report in as well then. Go ahead, let's hear what you've got. Reported about escorting the reporters. Cute. Eagle Eye. Ooh. Good work, you two. How about you, Shara? Don't you think you've done a fine job? For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job. But you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours. Okay, I get it already. Great work, all of you. I'm surprised that we were able to fill the work gap left by Caius so quickly. Wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now. Not in this series. I don't know, I can imagine that the downtime might be a bit of a drag. Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters. It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. Alright, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink any more tonight. Still, Joshua, you two join me as well. Underage? We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself? Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? You've got a lot of nerve to do something like that from your mentor. What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and try to strip in public. Agreed, it's pretty embarrassing. Scheherazade, just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids? Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. If you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle. Really? Yep. Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence. Why me? Shara? Now hold on a minute. Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion. Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll help break you in. Break me in? Alright, you big pervert, Joshua. Why are you drooling like that? It's not what you think. We've got a major problem. Huh? Mayor Klaus? Estelle, Joshua, and Scheherazade, am I glad to see you? Saved by the bell. What's wrong, sir? Why are you in such a hurry? This is terrible. My home, disaster, it's gone. What? Alright, calm down, Mayor Klaus. I knew it. Take a deep breath and let it out. Apparently, seems as though my home was robbed while I was out. What? That's not being calm at all, Estelle. I had something to speak with Father Divine about, so I was over at the chapel, and when I came home, it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door, so I looked around and the rooms were in a state of great disarray. Oh, wait. What about your wife and Nita? Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room. That's a relief to hear. It's lucky that no harm came to anyone. It won't get us anywhere just sitting around here, so could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus? Mayor Klaus. Absolutely. I appreciate your cooperation. Wait for me, I'm going too. Good idea. May be able to be of some help. Well, if you insist. Rainer, we'll be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Rich's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway. Yes, I'll do that. And everyone, be careful.